Oh, I gotta start with this. I am your chronically Caucasian vocal analyst, and we're gonna listen to some Mariah Carey. There we go, obligatory intro. This guy's smooth, smooth, smooth. I love the synths that are here. This is so 90s. It's ridiculous, but it's very, very, very slick sound design here. These synths are built in such a way that's really like, sound design is not my forte, but I appreciate it. This is one of those things where you can screw it up really easily, right? He's in his low, but what he's doing that's really, really good is the legato, the smoothness of it. People like to move on from lip trills, right? They like categorize the lip trill as like a beginner exercise when they don't even understand the point of why to do it in the first place. The idea behind a lip trill is to visually have a visual cue of when your breath is not even. Right? Too much, it starts to do that. Too little, starts to peter out. So if you can do the lip trill really, really, really softly and consistently, then you can do this and have it be smooth. But if you think you're hot stuff and you don't do that, you can sound kind of a fool in what a lot of people would think is an easy range. Range it's not exclusively what makes singing difficult. It's an element. We talked before about this flipping that Mariah does and how it's something people are really, really scared to do. But man, if that wasn't elegant, I don't know what is. That's so good. Like, I can't hammer it home enough. The way that she approaches overdubs, backup singers, all of this stuff. Like, this is a massive sound, and it's so cool. If I recall, she sung a lot of gospel, right? Like, I'm not crazy. She has a background in gospel music, I think. This is pretty idiomatic of that. I mean, that's not entirely gospel, but it has the homage. Ooh, this descent is really cool. Let's listen to this again. This right here. So she's using unvoiced consonants. And she's like very, very gently putting her folds together. And so there's barely a sound coming out, but we really hear a lot going on because unvoiced consonants tend to be pretty audible, like, right? So she's using these consonants in addition to not a complete vocal closure to it's just an interesting sound, right? Like, right? That's so smooth. It's so elegant, and it's like quiet. It's more quiet than like a whisper. It's really cool. Okay, for a second there, I thought he hit like puberty like for a third time, and then I realized it was somebody else. As I was like, it don't happen that quick, but yeah. If you ever get to hear a natural bass in your life, it's so good. Whoever that man is, he's got a deep voice. Hold on. I gotta find this thing. This is so low, it's ridiculous. Okay, he was just like sustaining an E flat. They're not like... This is... It's interesting. That they're not exactly on pitch is probably a good thing. Because someone somewhere eventually is going to go flat. And there's just so many singers. It's not even about how good they are versus how not good they are. It's just at a certain point, with this many voices, you're going to go off a little bit. So they're all adjusting to one another. So when I'm playing the piano, it's like slightly off. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. That was a low C. I don't know who this bass is, but it sounds like he hit puberty 3 times. It's crazy. Oh my goodness, this sounds so good. It's a gift. Like, I'm not talking about singing. I'm talking about as an audience member, as a lover of music. This is a gift. This is so good.
They told me to...
Man, now I need to go like on a BOIZ II Men binge spree. They're so good. When I was a kid, I thought, oh, you know, BOIZ II Men, that's just another boy group, right? That's just another like NSYNC. And my friend almost tore my head off. He was like, you take that back. They're not just a pop group. They're so good. I took your present for granted. So this sound that he's using here, this is actually, and people are gonna, I'm gonna say the word and they're gonna be like, rah! This is nasality in a good way. Okay, and I have a video on this. Stevie Wonder does this a lot. The way that nasality is often used in a bad way is that there's so much air being pushed through that the soft palate goes down and allows air to go through the nostrils. It's like a release valve. So when you're having a hard time and you're trying to go up high and you're trying to, you know, sing with ease, a lot of people will use a lot of nasality. But if you're really good and you don't need nasality, you can add it as a flavor. And that's where Stevie Wonder gets his really, really iconic and distinct sound. And you can see that here. This is the quality of it. Ooh! I always love when this happens. When a bunch of sound starts happening, right? And then together, collectively, the decision to just stop making sound, it's like always a good thing to do. I mean, not always, but I love it so much whenever it happens. This guy's so good. She only works with the best singers. Part of it's the money, but I can't even imagine, I can't imagine how insistent she is on the quality of a singer. Every person who's ever sung with her is just like so good. Some of the best singers in the world are backup singers, right? Because like fame does not require you to necessarily be a good singer. Taylor Swift, though, in her defense, Taylor Swift is a really good songwriter. She was writing like for Nashville when she was really young, but I digress. You can be famous and suck at singing, but you can't be a backup singer and suck at singing and have consistent work, especially when you're with Mariah, whose brand and selling point is so heavily dependent on vocals. Like this, what's happening is really skillful right here, and it sounds great.